Welcome to yoga. We've got a little bit shorter practice for you today, so if you need a little quicker practice, this is the one you'll want to take. Just a nice little overview of everything because it is a little bit shorter. So listen to your body and do what is right for you. Modify, take breaks, stretch it out here and there a little longer if you like. And I hope you enjoy the class. Let's come to stand at the top of the mat, grounding into the four corners of the feet. Standing tall through the spine, relaxing into your shoulders, closing your eyes. And begin to come to your breath here, observing what is naturally occurring, and then gently making your way to that nice, full, just beyond comfortable breath. Adding in movement with the inhale, stretch the arms up toward the sky, and exhale to bring them back down by your sides again. Let's do that again, connecting movement to breath. And one more time like that. Inhaling, lift the arms back to the ceiling again, interlacing the fingers here if you like. On the exhalation, tip yourself over to the right. As you inhale, bring yourself back up to center. Exhaling, tip to the left. Connecting to your breath, flowing side to side like that. Making sure the belly is pulled in to support the back. And maybe gently moving a little bit deeper with each breath. Once more to each side. And when you're back to center, release the arms back to the sides. Let's let the hands fall to the thighs. With an exhale, bring yourself halfway over. Inhale, bend into the knees and roll back up through the spine. So again, like that, exhaling as you come forward and inhaling as you roll back up again. Flowing through the spine here, connected to breath. We're going to come back to the half fold and hold this one. Working into the bottom half of the fold. Inhale where you are. Exhale a little bit deeper into the fold. And then inhale back into that halfway place. Working in and out like that until eventually you find your full fold, wherever that is. The hands can stay up on the thighs. They can start to move down toward the shins, but try to keep your shoulders back, keeping the back flat-ish. Coming into that full fold, settling in here. From here, we're going to step the right foot way back into a lunge. Allow yourself to just move and stretch here, shifting in through the hips, stretching through your spine. Find the center, pulling the legs toward each other and taking the left leg straight. Remember, you can prop up on blocks, your shin, the fingertips on the floor, maybe the right knee on the mat if that's you. And then bend into the knee, come into lunge here. Again, a back knee down variation if you like. And then we'll add in a twist, bringing the left hand to the hip. Rotate the belly toward the inner thigh. Take the side ribs up toward the sky. Maybe move the shoulder back a little deeper. Extend out through the heel and the crown of your head, keeping the spine long. Release the twist. Taking the legs straight again. And maybe add in something that challenges you. So a little deeper fold, you can flex the foot back. Breathe. Bending back into the knee here. Sweep the legs toward each other. And let's climb up on the thigh. Lifting the upper body as vertical as you can. The hands can stay supporting on the thigh or they can reach. Keeping the shoulders down and relaxed. Release it back into lunge. And we'll step forward, back to the fold again. Same idea on our second side here, so step the left foot way back. Let your hips shift and wiggle. Remember, you can have the left knee on the mat here if you'd like. Sweep the legs toward each other and take the right leg straight. Prop if you need to prop. Bending back into the knee. Sweep the legs toward each other for stability. And let's twist. Right hand to the hip, rotating around. Releasing the twist, taking the legs straight again, finding a little bit deeper stretch wherever you are. Bending back into the knee, sweeping the legs toward each other as you climb up on the thigh. Lift your chest, lift the arms if you'd like. Adjust as you need to. Releasing it, come back over into the lunge. And this time we'll step back into down dog. Let yourself move and stretch as we always do in this first down dog. Remember to keep the feet hip bone distance apart even here. Rounding evenly into the four corners of the hands. And begin to settle in, pressing the heels toward the mat even if they don't touch. Staying even and strong through the hands, let's lift the right leg. Keeping the hips square, press through the right heel even here. And then release. And we'll switch sides, lifting the left leg. Releasing, taking it back to the mat. From here, lift your right leg again. Let the hip open without the shoulders changing. Bending the knee, point it up toward the sky, opening in through the hip. Take the leg straight and square your hips again. Release your toes back to the mat. Adding on to the second side. Lift the left leg. Let the hip open, lifting higher, bending at the knee. And then take the legs straight and square your hips again, releasing the toes back to the mat. Dropping down to the knees, allow yourself to sit back in child's pose for just a couple breaths here. Let's shift forward and make your way back to down dog. Coming into a plank, remember you can take knees if you need knees. Keeping the belly pulled in to support the lower back. And then shifting back into down dog again. Coming forward into your plank again. And shifting back to down dog. Once again here, take it into plank, knees if you need knees, down to the belly this time. Slide the hands back next to the side ribs, roll into your shoulders, curling the chest away from the mat, and then releasing back down. Lifting up and back into your down dog again. We'll step the feet forward, make your way back to the standing fold. Inhaling, bring yourself halfway up and exhale back over. Bend into the knees, make your way into chair. Support hands on thighs if you need. And then inhale as you stretch up toward the sky and release the arms. We'll take a nice big step back with the left foot, working into a warrior two here. So right toes are pointing forward and you can see your big toe beyond your knee, stacking knee over ankle. Extending the arms, relax into your shoulders. From warrior two, take the right leg straight, reach forward over your right toes and let the right hand fall to the thigh or the shin, left arm reaching up. You can look up at the lifted hand or not. Feeling even through your feet, head, shoulders, hips, and ankles in the same plane. Back into the warrior two. Release the hands, rotate the toes so that your feet are parallel to each other. And we'll move to the second side. So let your left toes point out. Make sure you see your big toe beyond your knee, stretching the arms out. Transitioning into triangle, left leg straight, stretching forward and hinging over. Hinging back into warrior two. Left leg straight, releasing the hands and straddling out the feet again. Bring your hands to your hips, pull your elbows toward each other, your shoulder blades toward each other, and slowly make your way over into a half fold. Holding here, nice and even on your feet, shoulders back. Find your full fold wherever that might be. Keep your hands on your hips so your spine can really lengthen toward the mat. Let's keep the shoulders back and allow the hands to move toward the floor. Keeping the spine long. Bend into the knees if you need. Take your index and middle fingers and wrap them around your big toes. You can bend the elbows out to the sides to help draw the shoulder blades together. And maybe even pull on your toes a little bit if you like. Releasing the hands, take them to the lower back and interlace the fingers here. Draw your shoulder blades closer together on your back and let your hands stretch away from your shoulders. Releasing the hands, bring them back to the mat. Let's turn the toes out toward the corners of the mat a little bit. And then on an exhale, bend into your right knee. Let the hips shift. Inhaling, come back to the middle. And exhale as you bend into the left. So you're going to flow side to side like that. Check out that your knee does not come in front of your toes and it points in the same direction as the toes. Coming center then, holding in the middle. Bring your hands back up to your hips. You can support on the thighs if you like. Come up halfway, hold it here. Feel those hamstrings squeeze a little bit. And then inhale, come all the way up. Releasing the hands, let's step back to the top of the mat. And from here, we're going to work into our standing balance. So in tree here, take all the weight to the right foot, lift the left knee, and open the knee. Letting the foot come to the inside of the right leg wherever except for on your knee. Pressing the foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot, bring the palms together and squeeze in with the hands as well. The hands can stay down or lift up, stay together at the top or open. Keep the gaze level and steady. And then bring it back to center. Release the feet. And we will move to the second side. So shifting the weight left. Lift the right leg and open. Foot to the inside of the left leg, again, wherever it belongs on this side. Pressing the foot into the leg back into the foot, maybe bringing your palms together. And if you'd like, extending, reaching skyward. You might even be able to look up at the lifted hands if that's you. Drawing back to center, releasing your feet and your hands. Inhale as you stretch back up toward the sky. And exhale, take yourself over into fold. We'll step our way back into a down dog. And then drop down to the knees and sit back in child's pose again here. You can always change up your child's pose by opening your knees or bringing your hands back by your heels. Any little adjustment that feels good, maybe stacking your hands and letting your head rest there instead of the floor. We're going to come up to sit on the heels and then bring the legs around front. From here, make your way into easy pose or maybe drop down to your back. Making your way into Shavasana here. Allow the attention to move back solely to the breath. Staying connected and focused. Keeping the mind quiet. Remember, you can stay here as long as you'd like. Namaste.